It's just like, there's no other way to put it. This card could not exist in any other card game.
On October 1st, 2 weeks after the release of Magic Ruler, the Forbidden Unlimited list received another update, which limited Cyberjar, all of the hand control cards, Painful Choice, Snatch Steal, and a 7th card named Upstart Goblin that had yet to receive much attention. The player base wasn't given any time to adapt
takes us to the
before the
City
next
of
major
Angels,
shift.
Los Angeles,
As this ban list update happened on the same day as the release of the second tournament.
Morphing Jar is such a good card.
Morphing Jar was used one good card and like Mechanical Shaper before it was old school. Whether it was better than Mechanical Shaper or not in the short term is up for debate, but it was certainly very powerful. Even though it couldn't use the board or special summon monsters like Cyberjar could, using it was generally a lot less risky since Cyberjar often left the other player with a lot more to work with. At this point, it was actually the only card in the game that could simultaneously leave the other player with less cards than they started with, while leaving the person playing it with more cards than they started with.
In terms of like swings of card advantage, Morphing Jar is definitely up there. I think one of the things I liked the most about Morphing Jar was when it comes to the more psychological aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! And bluffing, you could just set like, let's say, a man-eater bug, and just set like your whole hand of what's actually settable, and your opponent is going to 90% of the time think you have Morphing Jar and play like you have Morphing Jar, and that way you can basically control what your opponent does.
If you set everything now, it doesn't signal just like, I have the things in the game stored. Now it automatically signal, I have Morphing Jar.
You know, other cards don't necessarily create a dynamic like that a lot of the time. A lot of cards, you know, they get played and they do what they're supposed to do. A card like Morphing Jar that does more than what it just says on the card, I think always just sets a very interesting precedent for how the game progresses later on.
Like Mechanical Chaser, this card probably would have been people a bit more acceptable, but because of how expensive it was just too difficult for the average player to get hold of, for it to have even a somewhat widespread segment of the
I traded like almost full binder for Morphing Jar back then.
Yeah, come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
The next important was that Pharaoh Servant put the scene only 2 weeks after the second tournament. Seeing as the last season was like a month over at this point, the metagame was still in the process of developing around ultimate card play. He's done some pretty dominating but lately his competition has given a lot more space. Time Control and Dragon Rush managed to stick around, and they've been joined by Fern, and Control Backs. Fairly Games was sure what the best version of each deck was at the time of Pharaoh Servant's release, however, and it provided all of them with even more tools to fit in with. Most of the good stuff in this set
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it
but better
in.
than to say it didn't
And he takes us just a few
Goblin
yards shy
attack
of the red zone before going
Dark
out.
Elf to a brand new extreme by being a level 4 monster with 20 speed in attack. At this point, its value was debatable, because Dark Elf could still deal with anything that this thing was meant to deal with, except for an editing remover from Pharaoh Servant named 15 Mega Cycle. This card was notable for being one of the first monsters in the game that could essentially special summon itself with 3 monsters.
Throw left side complete. That's Hines.
That's what I'm saying, like,
Brought down inside the 20 of the 18-yard line.
Neither party can staple status, but both of them fit like a glove and particularly
Looking to throw again on second down.
even outside of T-Tech, Johnson specifically was fairly confident in the
There before crossing over on the bags. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
This time
Deuce
also
is wild here. Second down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Is in there. Touchdown
Its power
Bills.
ceiling wasn't quite as
Just a
solid,
solid
but it doesn't reflect on the
5 to
close
start
them.
this
They
game.
effectively ended the battle phase since they got rid of all the acquisition monsters on the field and all the monsters that replaced them and set exactly
I'm just telling you, partners, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
By this point, a lot of players had cut many of the low-level monsters that dominated the early game in favor of newer alternatives, but there still weren't
After the
any
touchdown
alternatives
pass
to the
to
best
kick it
original
away.
high-level monsters. This would change following the release of Pharaoh Servant. Jinzo almost immediately looked at Summon Skull as the best boss monster in the game. While its attack stat wasn't quite as high, this was hardly a problem thanks to its powerful effect.
Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
had always been pretty annoying to disruption. It made it really difficult to reliably produce.
And a hook up here.
Something just felt that.
And he'll be taken down and not before they work it across midfield.
They didn't care about it. None of them could feel it. Even we used the ball while he was on the field. This makes Kingdom a lot safer than doing the thing with other
He'll be taken down
which
and
made
not
Thursday
before they work
was
this to
much
the
more
45.
powerful than 100 extra attacks.
Just off the top of my head, Kingdom probably the most impactful card in that set at the time, just because it really changed the dynamic with trap cards and with cards like Mirror Force. Yes, it was 100 attack less than a Summon Skull, but like, I mean, the payoff of not having to worry about anything in your opponent's back row, like, that was just monumental.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now.
Barely Sherman also
still got that arm strength for that, but he was the number one overall pick.
This was without question the best back card release at this point, even if it's a weird report.
Order was frustrating all the way through the day. Your power cards are so many.
You can see in the next gen stats, that one is 62.
The ability to deny another player access to them altogether
Each team's
was
had it,
obviously
each
very
team has
weak.
scored.
Since it was a track card, Order
As
could
the
also
kicks
be activated
away.
in response to Magic cards, allowing it to act as a sort of pseudo-magic chain. Its optional thinking response also meant that, on top of everything else, the person playing it could get rid of it whenever they felt like it by simply choosing not to pay for it.
Imperial Order, like right now, was
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
the fact that it was
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out looking to repeat that in Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 their last time on the field.
what made it so powerful. The fact that now
I just don't want Jalen pressing that way. Just don't want him pressing.
Even to this day, Imperial Order is still playing because Stealth Cards are one of, if not like the most powerful cards because of just how much they allow you to do. And Imperial Order being just one of the biggest roadblocks in why you play Stealth Cards. It's what you
Nintendo was one of the only ways to deal with this card since Order back that existed in this one. As a matter of fact, the response to Imperial Order bears resistance to players thus. This was essentially just a space-type in the form of a track card, which under most circumstances would have made it strictly worse. But the presence of Imperial Order made this card a necessity, since it was, aside from Jinzo, one of the only reliable ways to remove the card from the field.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, it's Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to
Call it the
second
Haunted
on
was another red card alternative to a popular Magic card, in this case Monster Spore. Just like Dust Tornado, it was for the most part what its Magic card counterpart, but for different reasons. Mystical Space Typhoon was a quick play Magic card, so it could also
Good pick.
Dust Tornado didn't really benefit from being a track card, aside from its ability to destroy Monster Reborn, on the other hand, was a regular Magic card, and thus could only be activated during the main phase of the tournament zone. This meant that Call of the Haunted could actually be used in a few interesting ways that Monster Reborn could.
But then Call the Hunter was also really cool too because it started changing the game and how people had to think because if your opponent had a set card and they were attacking you with their monsters, if there was a monster in the grave they could resurrect and kill you for game, you could lose if that set card was called the Haunted because you could use it like offensively like that, or you could use it defensively to protect yourself from dying, and I think that was pretty cool.
Perhaps in order to compensate for all this added utility, the card was given numerous drawbacks. It could only summon monsters from its owner's graveyard. The monster it summoned had to be in it.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
So even considering all of its utility, it was a pretty substantial downgrade. That said, Monster Reborn's effect was still really powerful since the card was also
They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They're 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Essentially run extra copies of it in the attack. The only other
First down, Stafford here. He's got Higbee complete right side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 at 47. Play fake and it's Stafford. Now open is Robinson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Here's Stafford.
It took him a step further.
That'll be caught. It's caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's a touchdown, Rams. A 2-yard touchdown. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like, oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well, so you're heading towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going down. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. Finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and they'll run here with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. Perfection. No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
The trophy. I don't know why he was permitted to hold this or touch this. This is crazy. Look at, he took the cup out of the player's son's hand. Keeps grabbing the trophy, Matt Cringe.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Kaiku is a very interesting one because this is like the Rajin power group, like to infinity, you know?
Just under a minute to go. They might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
Could remove any parts from the graveyard to pop, so he will reach
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one.
Monster has no goals on fire. And in fact, without taking Park Price and availability into consideration, this card may not seem very good. But Gemini Elf was a secret player, making it very difficult for the average player to hypnotize with. So Byron, however, was a common, and despite his many restrictions, he could kill one, potentially even two rounds.
Allen now on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing on first down is Allen.
In addition to many high attack monsters, this set included two
And his throw here is incomplete.
And now Common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback for his passing game. They have been moving well this series. Good thing for them now. Still 2 more downs to connect. And try to pick up another first down.
All the way back in Magic. Many backs that they were playing still run well with these new cards as well, but they weren't steep.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen.
Like you said, it's like
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
it seems silly that
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2,500 extra attacks, so just the power scale, how big a monster can get would just be absurd.
Most of the new trap cards were either big or subpar, but one was good enough to drain the other staples like Imperial Order and Universe.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen.
And because of its reactive nature, it's even better.
Allen on target there is Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
It's turning. They didn't have to attack. It could just be on something. We're smart about it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
You had to be more conservative in thinking and respect your opponent's background.
Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away.
Not playing into by overcommitting to avoiding summoning a second monster. They might just poke with like whatever monster they have on the field, because if they have the possibility of not running into Torrential, they're not going to. And so again, it just taught players to be very conservative.
Jar of Greed and Magic Cylinder saw occasional plays well, but neither came close to offering the power of Torrential Tribute. What really pushed this
set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
It's heavy complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It certainly had a
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. One step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This kind of defensive power was almost unprecedented. Unlike Swords of Reveal, this card didn't need to be activated preemptively.
Welcome back, Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Trap card construction. All that said,
ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And it isn't very hard to see why.
Graceful charity, this would be bad if it was legal, but you dropped 3 in these cards.
It more or less did the same thing as Pot of Greed, and while it wasn't necessarily better, it also wasn't necessarily worse. It could be either or depending on the situation and the discard cost, while usually
set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense ready for the first time in the third quarter. Quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And as a second half, because we've seen both sides still a little to win in the first half. And now, in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, we can go out really well on offense what we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Come on, bro!
Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong
essentially created infinite discard funds for him. So, just as an example, if you did decide to play cards on, let's say, Magic General, just any discard card, let's say Charity of God, it's a card that you choose to play in your deck that you know technically doesn't do anything, but if you ever have it in tandem with these other cards that require you to discard
From the 36, Allen finding Knox there, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up first down.
It's a really weird card, but it actually just made a tremendous impact.
Thank you.
Force it in, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and the Rams are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up. They're getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing with Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, he saw his quarterback seeking that off the first go, thank you. He's bailing out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
Bro, come on. That's pass interference.
This will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
It's hard to say whether or not it was the same deck it used to be, since pretty much all of
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Control focused, especially when you go to truly dedicated versions of the beatdown sort.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
Overwhelm the opponent control monsters while using other tools like magic cards.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown.
It's also even with the
Robinson. 29 yards. And the Rams take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And there Chauncey lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
They have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do a run and
25.
And if that card had left hand control,
the Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And second, Mystic Tomato did a lot to minimize both issues by providing consistent access to both monsters and letting players
Allen off the play fake.
What monsters they wanted to search. Anyone who is already playing Mystic Tomato is easy.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Also a part this was one advantage. The other games.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
it made up for this.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will
Tuxedo
start here at
Max.
the 25.
Outside of its role in hand control decks, particularly as a stalling tool, and ironically made it an effective shield against
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Okay. That's my fault. I should have just shut it off last.
Especially when you see it it's sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
In this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, and these precise arrows and movements, sometimes the best play is just go through the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
The difference becomes apparent when asking the following question. What happens when these monsters attack somebody who doesn't have any cards in hand?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. This defense figured out something in the locker room. These 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And after the next drive phase, they would still have 4 cards in the game as opposed to 5. Where things diverge a little bit is what happened
to throw on 2nd and 10. Allen toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And so they're happy easier to win on the next one.
On 1st down, Allen sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Many of them help beat down just as much as some others have hand control.
Allen again.
Plenty of new tools for
looking left side is going to move. That's Hines. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They weren't quite as practical as Jim Hines, but they were accessibility is
Hines, his first carry. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
He was still in front of that.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back.
It wasn't to the game.
Allen going to throw. Now he's got it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Did have one fatal flaw, that being it's not one attack force has to draw back, which left it helpless for an entire turn after the player attack. Fortunately, unlike the attack force, it didn't have to stay in defense position for 2 turns, but that being said, it did still have 0 defense points, so it was really easy to get rid of. While it was in defense position, it was ironically
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
For other defensive support. And so doing anything with this card, like life, there was up to another month.
He's going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 40-yard line. Brings up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allow them to run to the football and keep that running game going.
Touchdown, Bills! Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Its effect was significantly easier to trigger. Given the current
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
However, the fact that Harshack needed to be tribute to him wasn't as relevant.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And it couldn't be special to me.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
That actually had both of them in terms of attack. And while it was sometimes a bit less convenient to summon the Wayward, when it did hit the field, it
set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to find that one open downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
In terms of sheer volume, that's one of the most powerful luxury boosters in the game. Second only to summon Skull.
Yeah, at 50 points, first of all.
Here's Stafford. Connecting with Cup here on the out route. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. What you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Either player's turn. This made her significantly more powerful than any and all.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Man, it's Cup. He's got it. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It is that offense you could hold in 2000.
Third down conversion. Big plays with the defense just continue to offense.
So that just goes to show how the
Excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player. Watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on
You know, they had some really short like that before. Just had some other throw up, let's say, like a flip effect monster or something like that.
Getting down to the good stuff.
Let's say that big shit. So there's so many different options that are just big, and sometimes you just need something bigger to get over it. Injection very little was that good too hard.
Stafford.
He stopped.
Tre'Davious White with a pitch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, fourth quarter. We're already in the red zone. Well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It was pretty similar to the in the sense that it was a fairly low commitment role to a move monsters from the field and other monsters from the field. Since they were both searchable without saying which, getting a hold of them was also quite a bit easier than getting a hold of Magic.
Now Allen.
So let's get to you back there.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders is in there to drop it.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Allen. Pass complete to Hines. That's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Allen. That's taken in by
Bro, what?
He gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going in. That one good for 24 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, they're going to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roll down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down, and then some.
Throwing is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Allen.
But it wasn't nearly as popular as Cyberjar had been in state.
Towards the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, I'm also surprised when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys who have the passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Definitely one of the biggest nightmares ever. Let's just be thankful that Logan moved across.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. To throw is Allen.
At a time when resource management, more specifically,
and this is going to be incomplete. Watch your defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, their best is to throw the football in fair.
And typically, what would you want to do against that? You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
We read it, it's like,
so they're going for it, and here's Allen.
That means the game can essentially go
This is going to be incomplete. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
No, like, I don't know what's going on.
It was easy to use, and it was an extremely effective comeback tool, arguably more so than both Morphinjar and Cyberjar. Plus, it was also searchable by
now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
As a matter of fact, Staples had it in both sets.
Now it's Stafford. And the Bills are going to get it as he goes down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Cards like Regeki and Cloud of Greed, but as a quick play magic card that can be used on monsters.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
It was the staple of snaps. Anyone who had it, you either have this card.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
This burn effect was actually extremely relevant because the card could destroy monsters from either side of the field.
And we got free football.
By destroying them after they dealt damage to another player's life points. This wasn't some sort of niche interaction either. This combo was very practical and very deadly and was used to end games all the time. Mirage of Nightmare was...
Who won that bitch?
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime.
Depending on how many cards they already had.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Unlike the previous year, it's pretty difficult to benefit from this discard effect because the player using it had no influence over what card to reset to the graveyard.
Sending those resources to the graveyard will pay out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side of their defense. He's got it in, complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for the Bills touchdown. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, we're talking about a great finish. It was along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime. What type of play calls do you have left? What are you not sure? What have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. Everyone's thinking that maybe something really just changed. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
Mystical Space Typhoon had plenty of other applications outside of this specific interaction as well. So the
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the inside the 10. And he's going to take this one for a Rams touchdown.
I know Paul Wood talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game. You know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And it's caught for the 2 points.
Let's go!
Trying to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They're trying to create space.
Had to do it.
There isn't a whole lot of it there for the defense. What you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line.